Do you struggle with work-life balance? Are you thinking, will you ever get it all together? I want to just hop on for the next few minutes to talk about this struggle with work-life balance because, and do say where you're from, of course, share any questions or comments you may have in the chat. So, what I found was, especially on my journey as, you know, being in business and managing a home with twin boys, I found that in the early stages, I expected to have work-life balance. I heard the term and I was like, okay, you're gonna have these these probably timetables in place. You're gonna have this routine, and things are just gonna be perfect. That was such an illusion. That was just so way off. So over time, what I have realized is that work-life balance is really something that for me that I find that it's not realistic. What I work towards more is work-life balance integration because when I look at my life, all the moving parts, I have clients who I'm supporting, I have trainings that I do, in the corporate space and for businesses. I have my little ones who I'm taking care of at myself as well, and family members, friends. There's some volunteering. There's a lot on the plate. And at any given time, on any given day, they're going to have some imbalance. There might be a day where it's going to be probably more of hanging with your little ones. It might be a day of more work. And I've come to realize that and accept that that is really okay. Like the other day, just I think it was last week or the week before, I think it was after lunch, and one of my sons, he wanted to go outside for a walk and practice skating. And I was like, I thought about it, I was like, I really wanted to get this done. And then this is on the table now, this request. And then I said, okay, we're gonna go practice and I'll catch up later. And, that was a memorable moment for them. And I use it as the example to say that, to be honest, there are times where you might have to do a little bit more of one area and a little less of another area. And that is okay. I think as depending on where you're at, and this goes for males and females as well, that you're going to have to look at the dynamics of your life, the dynamics of the needs. If you have kids, family members supporting your clients, you have to really look on that because for me, I'm always looking for ways to keep improving what I do for my clients and doing better, growing as an individual. And however, if I'm solely focused on that area and then neglecting my little ones, look, that's even before my clients. So I do have to look on how to really have it all integrated. So it's all moving parts of your life, but how do we have them all integrated? That really is very key, and that's very pivotal in really directional and growing. And I think for sure that the more memories you are creating with your kids, your loved ones, that is really important as well. And again, you have to think about the order of priority. So everybody has different priorities, and that's okay. And I'm finding more and more that the more you grace yourself, that does help to realize that some days are not going to go as planned. I have days like those where, like, person will say, "Oh, you do this all," but the reality is that there are days where things don't go as planned. There was another day where we ended up getting doing balloon creations. I'll show you one. We ended up doing that, working with a kit and getting balloon creation. So there's some off moments sometimes where spontaneous moments where you have to make that call. Are you going to do this, or make what choice are you going to make based on those spontaneous moments? There are times where it could be, am I going to focus on cleaning? I have a lot of that. So I have a little thing here. Are you going to focus on cleaning? Or are you going to spend time with your kids? Are you gonna volunteer, support, do extra work here for your clients? It all depends. So I'm just hopping on to just share this, share my experience to let someone know that for me, work-life balance, that doesn't exist. For me, it's more integrating all the moving parts. So for me, it's work-life integration, all the different areas of your life, integrating it because they're all intertwined and they do impact the other. So if you are at that point where you're like, okay, I feel overwhelmed, or you're not even sure, take that step back to really look at what your priorities are. Look at how is it that you can probably change things or do things differently and never lose focus of the priorities that you have set in your life. And priorities change for you and your family, your loved ones, your clients, and that's okay. But just keep tapping into that area to be mindful of what is happening, what needs to change, and really set your own journey. Because another thing too, I'll say this before I hop off, is the comparison. Like we're looking at someone else and saying, okay, that looks, I want this, and your life is just different, and that's just okay. So be okay with being different at times too. So bye guys. I'll hop on again and talk. Talk soon.